This week, we're looking at the patent images for a Donkey Kong style ride, and how this could work and play out in Super Nintendo World in Orlando and Hollywood, up next. Hi, I'm Will, your host for Universal Newscast, and we'll be breaking down all the news, rumours and developments happening over at Universal Studios. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell as well, so you can get all your updates as soon as they come out. And why not check out DSNY Newscast as well for all your Disney news. So with all that being said, let's get straight to today's story. With the absolutely amazing announcement that Super Nintendo World is coming to Orlando and Hollywood, we have seen quite a few ride patents that have been filed by Universal Studios with the US Patent and Trademarks Office. A couple of episodes ago, we had an in-depth look at what type of Mario Kart ride we could expect from the ride patents that Universal had filed. And this week, we'll be looking at yet more patents for Super Nintendo World, but this time we'll be featuring and focusing on Donkey Kong. Now, it only makes sense that both original characters, Mario and Donkey Kong from the 1981 arcade hit Donkey Kong, would be the first two rides which Nintendo and Universal decided to tackle and honour. And as Mario is a given with the Mario Kart ride, it'll be great to see Donkey Kong added to the Super Nintendo World mix to lay the foundations for this much anticipated land. And we're sure we'll see these two wonderful brands echo the excellent essence of gameplay from the original two titles. And that's why it makes so much sense for Universal to start planning for these two huge brands to be expertly executed, as they are so important to Nintendo's fanbase and history. So in these new patents that Universal have filed, it looks like Nintendo and Universal have decided to head in the direction of focusing on the minecart aspects from the more recent Donkey Kong Country titles than the predecessor from the original Donkey Kong arcade games, as this will fit the idea for a ride better. These minecart levels have featured and played a big part in the thrill of gameplay, adding faster, non-stop action to the titles such as Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong 64, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the classic barrels playing a part from the original game. And, of course, a lot of bananas as well. And the patent is known as the Boom Coaster, which would have a uniquely designed and disguised arm which would attach to the vehicle or minecart. This would help enhance the ride's appearance to be running on a classic mine railway track, but instead act as a false track system, purely for aesthetic reasons, which the rider will see in front of them, and the vehicle will be supported and controlled by a separate arm on a separate track. Hence the name Boom Coaster, as the vehicles will be hoisted up and down and along by a strong boom pole type arm, attached to a separate hidden track to the side or underneath the vehicle. This hidden supporting arm could be connected via a C-shape to a functionable secondary hidden track underneath the vehicle. And this will help sell the experience that any breaks in the track are real and a hazard, and that the minecart will be soaring in mid-air until the minecart again makes contact with the track and miraculously continues its thrilling journey. The ride may also feature dueling parallel tracks in which the cart could jump from one track to the other to avoid obstacles and cause much suspense and excitement. However, these patents never usually announce which attraction these filings are for, so we can only assume that it's for a Donkey Kong style attraction until more is announced for Super Nintendo World. Nevertheless, the patent states the passenger aboard the vehicle may believe that the simulated ride surface controls the path of the passenger vehicle, and the passenger may fear or anticipate that the passenger vehicle may crash or otherwise incur damage as a result of the elevated gap. Now obviously, this paragraph in the patent has many Nintendo fans thinking that this patent has to be related to the Donkey Kong Country video game series, gingerly negotiating around unexpected jumps, steep dips, sharp turns and problematic obstacles along the way. Now, this would be a truly individual experience, one that is completely new to the Orlando and Hollywood attraction scenes. And to give you a better idea of how different this type of ride would be, here are some clips from the YouTube channel Wasolski, who created an excellent tribute to the Donkey Kong minecart idea. So go and check this out in the link below for an impression of how such a ride could work or feel in first person. As for the narrative for such a ride, we could possibly see Universal borrow from the game Donkey Kong Country Returns, with the mole train level in which you chase the moles who have stolen Donkey Kong's bananas with the aim to retrieve them. This would be a very simple narrative, but would fit for such a ride. And you could also speculate that this could also open up elements of interaction within the game, and with maybe a whack-a-mole style interaction, or maybe something similar like a laser targeted banana gun. Further to this, with your vehicle having to dodge thrown pickaxes, bananas, mole bombs, falling rocks, broken tracks, steep drops and sharp turns, we can imagine this would really be a fun and intense ride, with the patented technology making it all much more believable. Also adding the dark ride essence with specifically lit up areas, bioluminescent bananas, light up mining hats and minecart vehicles with lamps on them. And even maybe glistening gemstone deposits, we could see how this could really play out as a grand and unique experience that would be gripping, enjoyable and awe-inspiring, all in one, as well as being an attraction that every Nintendo and Universal fan would really admire. So, the question I put to all you studio stars this week is, which ride are you looking forward to the most at Super Nintendo World? A Mario Kart style ride or a Donkey Kong ride? And if you missed our Mario Kart video from a few weeks back, why not go and check that out in this link up here. Anyway, that's it for this week. Stay tuned to the end of the video for some shout-outs from the best comments from last week. As always, thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button and little notification bell so you can get all your updates as soon as they come out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and share, as it really does help this channel grow. And with that, we'll see you next Wednesday for another newscast. So let us know in the comments below what sort of topics or areas you'd like for us to discuss next week. As remember, where there's a will, there's a way.